Hi there, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your May 2019 reading, back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. As usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, meaning that you can always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiance, family members, anyone. I'm basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, or Venus sign, because for me personally, I realized, wow, all in reverse. I realized that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, but probably because my Venus is actually in 7th house, but I don't know. You might want to check that one out too, all right? But if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate. There's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. So let's talk now. Capricorn, your overall energy for the now. I mean, your past cards are all in reverse. Only one upright is the 7 chalices. So your energy, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You have the Princess of Swords, and you also have the World card in reverse. And what's challenging you, you have the Temperance and the 5 of Pentacles. Let me pull 4 more cards for the present, and then I'll talk, all right? I'm a sucker for you. Okay, as usual, if you're only dealing with one person, the first portions of the reading is going to be the one for you. But if you're dealing with 2 people, then the first portion of the reading is going to be the one that consumes your energy the most, the one that you focus on the most. And then the scenario is going to be much more fitted for you in the second portions of the reading, right? Okay, so with your energy like this Queen of Swords in reverse, Princess of Swords, and also the World card in reverse, you do have like a resolutions in a problem of this relationship that has not been met as of yet. You know, it has not come to a full circle. It's either you didn't get the closure that you're looking for, you didn't get the clarity that kind of like makes sense, you know? So it's a chapter that has not been closed. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse and also the Princess of Swords, indicates that you are right now looking for informations about them, but deep down inside, you also have a confirmation bias. And I'm going to have to call you out a bit on here, because everybody does this, you know, that confirmation bias. It's like you already have a certain assumption or perceptions, or you found out a little bit about them and then you already judged them so heavily about it. And then you're looking for, you could be stalking them, or you could be kind of like studying their body language or whatever, you know, basically you're looking for information to support that theory of yours, is because this relationship is lacking clarity. You need answers in order for you to just kind of like peace, you know, 4 of Swords, peace, chill, okay, I'm happy, now I got my answers, you know, stuff like that. So what is challenging this relationship? You have the Temperance card, and you also have the 5 of Pentacles. So the Temperance card talks about the lack of patience. You feel that this relationship has taken a toll into the balancing out of your life. And the 5 of Pentacles also talks about the disappointment in the past. I mean, 5 of Pentacles, especially in this particular deck of mine, is pretty different than the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. It's the feeling of disappointed up to the point that you no longer want to fight about it. You don't want to fight for them. You don't want to fight with them. You're just waiting for the rain or thunderstorm to pass. And this is vice versa, because this is the overall challenge. So you could be feeling this, or they could be feeling this. That lack of patience, that utter disappointment that is just like, I'm just so tired. I don't want to do anything about it. So because of that tiredness, because of that exhaustions, like there was a period of isolations as well. There was a period of hermit mode, of wanting to do things that pleases them. So it could be you, it could be them. But I see here in the past, there was like a little bit of a false start. Something that, you know what it says, the hottest beginning always has the coolest ending. And I feel like this one applies to you a lot. The thing about it is that this person, whoever it is that you're dealing with in the now, has the Wheel of the Year in reverse, meaning that it's just the timing thing at that time in the past. The timing was not right. they have had like a lot of things that is going on in their life and they need to make sacrifices. Well, if they love you so much, would they sacrifice you? But yeah, it's just that, you know, life distracts them in some ways. They were up in the air. They were floating. They were just like you. They were swept off by their emotional cups. Wow, everything was so good. You know, that butterflies in the stomach. It feels so warm. I feel so optimistic about it. But then life happens and then threw them off the course. And then suddenly it becomes the wheel of the year in reverse. And therefore, because it was too much for them, they have the 10 of Wands in reverse, meaning that they were, I mean, life was too much for them, so they had to let go of one responsibility, and one of them was you. And you felt kind of like quite disappointed, but also at the same time, you still deep down inside wants to relive the memory of the past, because when it was good, it was good. Again, as I said, the hottest beginning has the coldest ending. So when it was hot, it was really, really hot, up to the point that you became not much of a Capricorn. You know what I mean? Like, you became very Neptunian. You became very like a Pisces quality. Like, you're in love with that person and you're starting to fantasize, oh my God, this person is like, you're starting to be swept off by your emotional cup here and not grounded. So that's why I said you became less of a Capricorn, because of that feeling. But it ended very, very cold. So we see the Princess of Chalices, a very Neptunian princess, from this way, because it's in reverse, it suddenly became this way. So it's very fast. You had high hopes about it. You dreamed a lot about it. You fantasized a lot about this person. It makes you feel floating. Everything was fine, but then it just stops. Siapa tahu yang menyebabkan mereka the wheel of the year in the reverse of the opposite sebenarnya. Let me clarify some things. I mean, they were kind of like quite heartbroken about you two, with you two. But the Ace of Wands in reverse is same. And then, yeah, and then. Okay, and then, oh, the situation is vice versa, Capricorn. Like, they were hurt by you too as much as you were hurt by them. They were disappointed with you as much as you were disappointed with them. You know what I mean? They felt the same way with the Seven of Cups. They fell up in the air. They felt like the Knight of Wands. For some reasons, you guys inspired them to do better, to find their mojo, to do better with their lives and stuff like that. They feel hurt. The Three of Swords, they feel hurt, and they feel like you were doing exactly what they were doing, what you feel like they were doing to you, which was you were the Chariot card. You came after them very, very strongly. You introduced them with a Six of Cups type of feeling, meaning nights of very, very strong connections. But then life distracts you as well. So this is how they think, how they feel. Life distracts you as well, and they feel like, yeah, they feel not like a priority. So they feel like they decided to no longer make you a priority, because they feel like you have decided in the past that you no longer treat them as a priority. You know what I mean? This is not what I said. This is how they feel, okay? So that's how they truly feel. And it was really heavy for them. Like, they were disappointed, you were disappointed. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like a little bit of a misunderstanding here, Capricorn. I mean, the timing was just not right in the past. I feel like, I mean, life really distracted the both of you, both you and them. Seven of Swords is in your snapper. Okay, so in the now, They have the Seven of Swords and Ace of Chalices. You guys have the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, it might be a totally new person, okay? But to some of you, and I will move on to the two people scenario thing, but let's just continue with one person scenario. If you're only dealing with one person, this person is still very much feeling it for you. And I feel like and I feel like you will do something about it to break that karmic loop. But you have, again, as I said, Eight of Swords. Remember when I said the confirmation bias, you kind of like perceive them in some ways. You assume a little bit things about them. And they have the Seven of Swords. So if you're only dealing with one person, to a few Capricorns out there, it's either they are dealing with options, because Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, it's pretty obvious. They have other options, but they still love you. So you know that type of people who are so afraid of getting hurt, so they kind of like play the field a little bit to have a backup plan. But you're still like the focus of their attention. I feel like you guys are, you feel it, you know, you're very intuitive. And you try to understand their point of view too. You're trying to understand their life even better here with the Hangman in reverse. Let's see what's going on in the future. Sampai kapan ya? Sampai tanggal pertengahan aja deh. Mei 2019. Okay. 5 kartu masa depan. And don't freak out, you know, if you hear me muttering weird languages. It's actually Indonesia. I'm Indonesian. It's not that I'm speaking tongue or whatever. No, I'm not. I feel like, you know, especially until mid-May, you guys are going to be focusing much more on your work as well. Gee, the timing is just so off. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Tapi ini kenapa tiba-tiba mereka feel Five of Chalices? The thing is that they don't really know how to act normal towards you, especially after what happened in the past. They just don't know how to act normal with you. They don't know how to, you know, communicate normally with you. They have the tendencies to freak out a lot. If you're only dealing with one person, I feel like things are going to get better, but these persons that you're dealing with is a little bit confused because they feel like, you know, that thing that when you're so in love with somebody and you're allowing, like, you would not say anything in order to make the situation as peaceful as possible because you're tired of fighting, or you're tired of, you know, the silence between the both of you, or the awkward moment between the both of you. I feel it's exactly what they are doing. And they're going to be doing in the future as well. Because I feel like things are going to get better with the both of you. You have the Six of Wands and the Queen of Chalices. But deep down inside, they're still kind of like boiling. There is a message. There is this questions, lack of clarity that they're wanting to ask you about. Because you have the Tower card in reverse. So it could get pretty nasty, you know. So what I'm trying to say is that if you guys are trying to reconcile or make better with them, try to ensure that the communication goes both ways so they could express very, very honestly, and you guys could do that as well. Because if not, then I see that in the future it's just going to be like another temporary happiness for you, because this person that you're dealing with is kind of like boiling. They freak out because, oh no, I think I just set the wrong course for the relationship because I just enabled Capricorn. I mean, I understand your point of view. You would probably think that they're in the wrong, but here's the thing. They also think that you guys are in the wrong. Know what I mean? So try to have like a little bit of an open communications with them where they can express themselves very, very honestly. If you want to make things work with them, I mean. And they're going to play a little bit of a mind games because they feel like they're unheard. You know, so when you're happy, they're going to kind of like withdraw again with the Four of Swords just to get their point across. Not the type of person, I'm not saying that this person has a problem of communicating or expressing things, but it's just that for some reasons they're afraid to speak up. Okay, so if you want to get back to them, make sure that, I still have 3 minutes, okay, make sure that they're able to express themselves more honestly, okay? So if you're only dealing with one person, the reading ends here. If you're dealing with two people, let's continue. I feel like in the past you guys were so focused on one person, the person that you had hopes, hope for, that died down just like that. And then now, though, person B comes in, person A is busy with somebody else. The Seven of Swords, this person is really having like multiple options. Either they're dating somebody else or whatever, but you're still kind of like stressing out over this person with the Eight of Swords. Like it haunts you deep down inside. And I feel like you do like a little bit of a CIA research in order to find out what they're doing and stuff like that. Person B is a newer person that offers you a very, very healthy type of love. Very, very healthy type of love. And I feel like with this person, because, I mean, you cannot force how you feel, right? You still feel strongly for person A. Therefore, with person B, yes, you're being consistent. Yes, you're kind of like entertaining them, but they don't really feel it. You know, it's much more of an earth, like go on a date multiple times and stuff like that. So, 6 of Wands, I think it's going to be cut down to 2 videos. I think I'm just going to end it here because it's going to hit the 24, whatever. It's going to cut down, but I'm just going to clarify 6 of Wands. Ni för resource måste vi ha. Okay, so I think you're going to be choosing person B over person A, and person A is going to be super duper pissed about it, and this person is going to freak out because they feel like they lost a good thing. And I feel like you're going to be choosing person B. You're going to open up, starting to open up, becoming emotionally available for person B, because the person B's attention, the Ace of Chalices that I was talking about, actually makes you feel beautiful, makes you feel handsome, make you feel something, you know what I mean? And I think you're going to give this person a try. Try to study their love language a bit, because they feel kind of like quite unloved, but they love you though. They have the Ace of Chalices, they love you, but I think you're going to be choosing person B, and person A is going to freak out a lot. They're going to be super duper heartbroken. All right? So I think that's it for my reading for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. It turns out that I don't need to cut, but anyway, bye-bye. I love you.